Well, let's talk about what happened on Monday night, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Let,
Yeah,
let,
hold on.
let them know what went down on Monday night.
I still got my wristband, bro.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, absolutely. It was. I knew it was going to be big. I knew by it being the premiere episode of Netflix, Raw on Netflix, that they were going to go all out because that's what they do. Paul Levesque and Nick Khan, they are sickos, and they know that they got to go big on a premiere in Los Angeles, and they did it the right way.
Yeah.
I mean, just the entrance alone with the curtain drop. Number one, TJ reminded me of the Kobe and Shaq curtain days when we used to have the curtain drop into the middle of the court. And I know we were into it, but man, that wall looked great for a wrestling show.
Yeah.
Oh
The Intuit
man.
Dome. I know you're a Clipper hater, and I know that was your first time in the building. You had to have been impressed. That venue, yeah, it goes up high, but it's smaller. It's pretty intimate. It felt like you were right there. And yeah, man, it was just the presentation, the look, the feel, everything about it was on point. Now, let's talk about, a 3-hour Raw that only had 4 matches. Yeah. A lot of people were down on that a little bit, but here's how I look at it. You're introducing now Monday Night Raw to a Netflix audience of what they say 280 million people have the possibility of watching this. So for a lot of people, this was their first time watching wrestling, watching Monday Night Raw. So I can understand why they tried to pack as much history, as much fanfare into, the 3-hour show just to kind of welcome everybody to Raw and to the WWE.
Yeah, and what they did was something that I got crucified for a year or so back when I asked it of a certain other promotion. If you're going to introduce new fans, new eyes to your style or your presentation of wrestling, then maybe you should give a bit of a backstory on a few of the things that's going on so people feel involved. It's the 4 matches thing caught me by surprise, and I'm a fan. But I saw that it was necessary. I saw that they're showing you, here are our key players. Mm-hmm. Here are the people that you're going to be watching that are going to be pushing the needle for us as a brand. Number one, having The Rock come out first, setting the tone, the biggest star that they've been able to produce as far as going into film and things like that, world-renowned name of this era. You have to start it off with Dwayne. Him coming out, who do you have him speaking to, showcasing in the front row? Your undisputed champion. This guy might not have a match tonight, but this is the guy that you're going to be paying attention to as new fans of the WWE. This is our guy, Cody Rhodes. Now, the biggest shock was we are starting off the night with tribal combat.
Well, O'Shea, before we get into that, can we get back to The Rock real quick? And, reading social media, I kind of thought this myself. He comes out and, the last time we saw The Rock, obviously, he was the final boss. He was that version. He comes out now and he's more like, I guess, corporate Rock, corporate Dwayne, you know, and I guess I do get it, right? I do get that, you don't want him coming out as a heel when this is the first thing that some people are seeing. A lot of people don't know heel Rock, so it might be kind of off-putting. So in a sense, I get why he came out the way he did, but the whole thing with Cody was kind of strange to me. The last time they were seeing each other, he was whooping Cody's ass in the rain in the parking lot with a weight belt. He's talking about his mom. There should be some friction there, and yet I guess we're supposed to take what happened and then poof, put the Men in Black thing in front of us and in like 2-3 weeks forget that it ever happened. So that was something that was a little strange to me. I was hoping maybe there might be something there, but they were laughing and giggling and high-fiving. So like I said, I guess it was for the Netflix presentation. And again, I think that we're supposed to forget it ever happened in a few weeks in the lead up to WrestleMania.
It was strange because to see him come out and big up Cody that way, it's hard for us who have been watching this so closely to kind of put that in perspective. But I think you hit the nail on the head. That was not necessarily the character coming out. And maybe, perhaps, don't dress like the final boss. Let us know that you're coming out as something different. But yeah, to see him come out and speak so highly of Cody, to raise him up in the eyes of the viewers, I think it was strictly a company move. And I think it'll raise eyebrows when I do feel eventually we see that same guy go back to how he was. And I think the hint to that was make sure you tell Mama Rhodes or give her my regards. Yeah. I think that was a hint of like, no, that's still there.
Yeah,
but right now it's something different. It's something bigger than us. Because even when, and we'll get to the match, but even when Roman got the Ulafala, there was still that pause. Everybody in the arena was still like,
I was waiting for.
Oh no, is this it? Yeah, exactly. So it's still hinting and teasing, but at the same time, they feel that maybe they got to introduce the new eyes to what exactly is going on. And that's why you start off with such a familiar face like The Rock to kick it off.
Watch new episodes of No Contest Wrestling every Wednesday or listen wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow us at No Contest Wrestling Podcast on Instagram.